Hey guys, it's Chris Wong here. For this video, I'm going to be talking about um, lugols iodine and my 100 rep squat set. I'm going to be showing my entire set. It was a very long set, and I'm just going to be narrating over it. So I'll see how this goes.
So for this workout, I actually decided to finish with a high rep set of squats, and I came across 100 rep squats a while ago from a different YouTube video saying how beneficial it is for trying to aim for 100 reps starting with the empty bar, and the goal is not to put the bar down but to aim for 100 reps. So I came across I started trying doing 50 reps for several months, and then I tried doing 60 or 70 reps. I even tried to increase the weight a bit at times, and there were times I wasn't as consistent with it. I remember the last time I did a set of 50 reps with 130 pounds. I actually did worse than the previous time I attempted it. I actually stopped at 50 reps, and it took me a long time to do it because it felt like if I went any faster, I would have thrown up. So it wouldn't be worth it to me to keep trying to push even harder. So for this workout, I actually started off with taking a higher dosage of lugols iodine. I have been taking lugols iodine on and off for the last 6 months, starting with just a topical application and working up with 1 drop to start off with, then 2 drops. And then for this workout, or at the start of the day, till the end of this workout, I end up taking a total of 8 drops of 2% lugols iodine. And it wasn't something I've taken this high dosage before. I actually took a week off of lugols iodine because I wasn't feeling like optimal when I was taking it consistently due to a possible detox reaction, or due to one of the thoughts that as some people say, lugols iodine taken for long periods of time might cause induce hypothyroidism. For the last few years, it seemed like I had some symptoms of hypothyroidism because I had hair loss. I was getting very cold hands. I had very slow mental thinking, and there was times I was just very tired throughout the day. And then I never got the best sleep. So eventually I came across lugols iodine. And because there's so much controversial information on it, like different nutritionists or different practitioners have different opinions, and also the depending on which country you look at the RDA. So the RDA where I live is, I think, around 150 micrograms, but then some practitioners are recommending milligram dosages, which you will find in the lugols iodine drops. And after reading and listening to podcasts of Lynn Farrell and David Brownstein, I started trying the lugols iodine. Even though I listened to it a few years ago, I couldn't get myself to do it due to the information out there saying that it's actually dangerous. But I thought, why don't I just give it a try? And if it does make me feel worse long periods of time, then I just stop taking it. So I generally don't recommend people to go against a doctor. I always tell people, check with your doctor or your practitioner first before you try anything else, especially when it comes to iodine as well. But since I'm doing this at my own risk and doing it for myself, I decided to give it a shot. I could work with a practitioner for myself, but I decided to self-diagnose because if I did everything a practitioner tells me to do, I would have not learned as much. And so I thought it might be a good time for me to try to experiment on myself. So since I suffered hair loss in the last few years, like I was actually losing hair in the front of my head, even though it shows a lot of thinning. And even if my hair was flat instead of like spiked up, like there's actually can see missing hair. But the baldness patterns I got doesn't seem like a typical male baldness pattern, so I don't think it's like the typical like permanent hair loss that I see some guys suffer from. And because of my cold hands, like it becomes unbearable if I'm outside shoveling snow, or if I'm going skating and my hands are just with gloves. So lugols iodine is something I did on and off. I just took a whole week off because I started feeling symptoms of hypothyroidism. My hands got really cold, like to the point it felt like ice, even at like 0 degrees Celsius temperature, like when I was outside. So I thought maybe just take a week off. Maybe I might have suffered also suffered like bromide detox as well, and then decided to get back in with 8 drops. So this workout, I had the day off from work, so I thought, you know what, I'm not going really far, so if I did need to go out, it's just going to be a very close drive, and if I need to take a nap, I will take a nap. But after working up towards 8 drops, I actually didn't feel super tired after a set. Like, there were a few times I attempted 50 to 70 reps of one squat set, either between 110 pounds and 130 pounds. And after the workout, I felt like I had to take a nap. But this workout, even though I worked up to 100 pounds for the first time, I worked up to 100 reps for the first time, when the last time I just did like 75 reps with 110 pounds, I didn't feel like I had to take a nap after. And even though my muscles were tired, I didn't feel any cramping the whole day. I know there were times when I made like one wrong movement, like later in the day after like this really hard set, and my whole legs would cramp up, like after sitting down for too long, or if I ate something that was like going to really dehydrate me. I mean, there were times I done sets like this, and after sitting in a restaurant for like an hour or two, and when I stood up, I had like a massive cramp in my quads, and it was very hard to walk it off. And then there were times I actually got out of the car, even just sitting for 15 minutes, and I got a cramp until I got myself into my place and went to get some salt and water and extra magnesium. So taking lugols iodine, I think it's helpful, but I have to do more research or more self-experimenting to see if it will help with hair loss or help with athletic performance. There were even times in the last few months I would work out and I would feel so tired in between sets, like I was completely out of breath. Felt like I didn't want to do anything in between the workouts. And there was times like I was doing the 50 to 70 rep sets. And I've done it with a little bit more weight before, and I felt like I was pushing myself even harder at that time to even get to like 30 reps. But something was different for this set. And maybe because I consumed about 6 or 7 drops by the time I started the set. And I felt like I was more driven to get to 50 reps. But then I was forcing myself to get to 60 reps, and then I realized I was able to get to 70 very slowly. And then I thought, I've already passed 70. I'm going to try to do more than the last time I attempted this weight. So it was 75 or 80. And then I was like, okay, I got 80% of the reps done to 100. So try to aim for 85 or 90 first. And then I was like, okay, just 10 more. And then I got there. And I found it was actually like a really hard breathing workout. Like this one set of 100 reps, it felt like a lot more challenging than trying to do multiple sets of like 10 different leg exercises. There were times in the set I would like try to change my foot stance at times because my joints were getting really tired, and the whole point for me to squat 100 reps was to try to get the muscles fatigued, not and not get too much of the joints to take over. Otherwise, it might be problems down the road. And I did find, like, as I kept progressing, other leg muscles started getting more tired. Like, I felt like different areas of the quads were starting to get more tired too. My core was getting tired, and I didn't know my lower back was starting to get fatigued too. I guess because I wasn't tensing my core hard enough to protect myself, as my core was getting really tired and the reps kept going on. When I just decided to just go for it and finish it. So I think because of the experience I had with the Lugol's iodine for this workout, and because of the experience I had from the previous workouts when I didn't start to feel the benefits when I kept taking it for multiple days, I think maybe I should be doing more pulse dosing for maybe 2 to 3 days in between each day. I do take a higher dose of Lugol's iodine just to give my body a break to detox properly. Like, a thought came to me to treat it like a proper training session without overtraining. So maybe some people, they can take Lugol's iodine at least 5-6 days a week, or even some people take it every day with no problems. But for me, it may not work well for me over long periods of times. So for now, I'm thinking of just taking it 2 days a week and try to keep the same 2 days a week on a regular basis, no matter how I feel or what I'm doing for that day. That way, like, I'll get the benefits, and then I have a few days to not feel like I'm relying on it or becoming possible hypothyroid or having severe detox reaction from continuously taking it without a break. And whether the induced hypothyroidism, I don't know if that's something that can happen. It's just that there's information saying that it can happen, and then there's some information saying it cannot happen, so I don't know which one's correct. So I just do what works well for me, and just try to improve myself.